Welcome back to the Surrey Watch Guy, everyone. I'm Dan, and today I'm going to be talking about a brand new release from Oris, the Carl Brashear Cal 401 limited edition. Before all of that, quick wrist check, wearing the Planet Ocean again, no time to die is at home. Anyway, let's get into it. This is the third watch that Oris have released in collaboration with the Carl Brashear Foundation. So before we get into the actual watch, let's talk a little bit about Carl Brashear. Carl Brashear joined the US Navy aged 17 in 1948 and graduated their diving program in 1956, despite facing much adversity in the process. The film Men of Honor, which was released in 2000 and starred Cuba Gooding Jr. as Carl Brashear, chronicled Brashear's life. 1966 came round and Brashear lost the lower half of his leg whilst recovering a bomb off the coast of Spain. Much physiotherapy and recovery ensued, and quite incredibly, Brashear was recertified as a diver in 1968, and then finally in 1970 he was made up to Master Diver. Carl Brashear passed away in 2006, and his two sons set up a foundation in his name shortly after. It helps support military veterans and those deemed vulnerable. Sometime in 2015, the brothers were contacted by Oris, who said they wished to make a watch to honour their father, Carl Brashear. The brothers duly agreed, and in 2016, Oris released the Oris Carl Brashear limited edition of 2,000 pieces. Based on the vintage-inspired Diver 65 collection, this watch was fashioned out of bronze as a nod to the heavy brass helmets that naval divers used to wear back then. Brass is a popular metal in the marine industry due to its ability to develop a patina which helps protect the metal from corrosion in salt water. This also ensures that no two watches will look the same. The watch had a 42mm case with no crown guards, with a beautiful blue dial, a dome crystal and date at 6 o'clock. It sold out quickly. Then, in early 2018, Oris released the Carl Brashear Chronograph Limited Edition. Once again, in the favoured Diver 65 aesthetic, with a bronze case which was a little bit bigger this time, at 43mm, with that classic blue dial with a dome crystal. Being a chronograph, this was a first for the Diver 65 collection. This watch was also a 2,000 piece limited edition, and that also sold out very quickly. Now, in January 2021, Oris are back with the third watch of the Carl Brashear series. Once again, it's fashioned out of bronze and is now in a 40mm case, which actually I think is perfect. Literally great for any wrist. There's still no crown guards, and there's a lovely large crown for winding. It's 49mm lug to lug, and it's only 11mm thick. This makes for a super daily watch. The bezel is also fashioned out of bronze and has both positive relief and engraving, which adds a lot of visual interest, which is needed as it's a single bronze colour except for the loom pip at 12. The signature blue dial is back once again, but this seems even darker than before, almost like a very deep midnight blue, and it looks really good against the beautiful bronze case and bezel. You'll have noticed that it lacks the classic central seconds hand, which is synonymous with dive watches. This one has a small seconds hand, which is located at the 6 o'clock position. Nothing out of the ordinary. Panerai do it on their Luminor and submersible lines. Well, in 2020, Oris introduced their own caliber 400 movement. The 401 is basically the same movement, except they've swapped the central seconds hand and modified it to a small seconds subdial. It looks great, as it means there isn't that annoying date feature, and it leaves the dial uncluttered so you can enjoy that gorgeous deep midnight blue dial. The specifics for the caliber 401 are as follows. It's got a superb 120 hour power reserve. Yep, you heard that right, 120 hours. It beats at 28,000 VPH. It's got an accuracy of -3 to +5, which is well within COSC standards. However, it doesn't have any certification from COSC. It also boasts anti-magnetic resistance up to 2,250 Gauss. Certainly not as much as Omega, but something is certainly better than nothing when it comes to protecting our watches from iPads and other magnetic sources. Oris must certainly be sure about the capability of their movements, as this one comes with a 10-year warranty and a recommended 10-year service interval, which is brilliant. As with many watches which are made of bronze, this one comes with a stainless steel caseback. This is often used on bronze watches, as for some people you get some skin irritation with the bronze. The caseback is screw down and features a vintage diver's helmet in the centre. Around that is some rope, which Oris have done a great job of fashioning out of the stainless steel. Around that is Carl Brashear's personal motto: "It's not a sin to get knocked down, it's a sin to stay down." Strong words, and seriously, this man did live by them. At the bottom it notes the number of the watch out of 2,000 pieces. This watch is water resistant to 100 meters. Now, okay, how many of us actually dive down to 100 meters? Not many of us, maybe 1%. However, I would have expected water resistance of 200 to 300 meters, but at least you can still swim with it. Moving on to the strap, and I think Oris have really nailed this part. It's an Erica's original MN or Marine Nationale strap. These were first made by men of the French Navy back in the 1950s and 60s, who fashioned them out of elastic parachute material. Erica's originals can be attributed to bringing these straps back to modern popularity. This one's coloured a beautiful dark navy blue and features a white stripe down the centre. The hardware for fastening the strap is made out of bronze, and it's got an engraved Oris logo. This really suits the vintage look of the watch, and very, very comfortable to wear too. The watch is presented in a luxury wooden presentation box that's got a real vintage look to it that evokes thoughts of old wood at the dockside. The watch retails for £3,350, and if you're quick you can choose your limited edition number over on the Oris website. Overall, I really like this release. 40mm is near perfect case size for most wrists. It's also nice and thin. It's got a beautiful blue dial that changes from bright iridescent to almost a deep dark navy blue midnight black, and a case that will patina over time and ensure the watch looks unique, vintage and marine inspired. I like the choice of strap included. However, a vintage tropic rubber strap, a distressed leather, or even a vintage twin stitch suede strap, they would all look equally at home on this watch. So there you have it, the Oris Carl Brashear Cal 401 limited edition. What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, give it a like. If you'd like to see future videos, click the subscribe button, but don't forget to hit the bell icon, then you get notifications when I drop a new video. I'm also over on Instagram at the Surrey Watch Guy, so give me a follow. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.